What's up, YouTube? My name's Sarah. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids. I try my hardest to, of course, do the best for my family. And with that, I do a lot of things myself rather than buying things from the store or paying somebody else to do it. Because I stay at home, I need to try to save the money. So today I am going to make up some apples to be able to put in an overnight oatmeal that I like to make as a healthy option for breakfast. My kids also like to snack on the little oatmeal pieces, or you can give them out for cereals or whatever you want to do. But instead of having the store buy the apples that are peeled and cut up and everything, and you pay a premium for that, I just go to the store and I do it all myself. I have my assistants here helping. I try to find different activities that the kids can help with because it teaches them also the value of working hard and seeing what different things can happen just by doing it yourself, what all you can make with different items. I like to use Jonathan apples when I do anything with baking or cooking or even putting in my oatmeals. So the first step is we wash off all the apples and we are going to put them on the pan. So I got this 5-pound bag of apples for about $5 at the local grocery store. So with that, we will see how much we get out of it. What I like to use for my doing my apples is this KitchenAid spiralizer, peeler, core, slicer. I do this for several of my other things that I do with my garden. But you have to have the KitchenAid, of course. And I will put a link to the spiralizer on the bottom here as well. So when you put it together, this little knob here gets unturned. Turn the knob out, and this little piece comes out here. This little silver piece. Then you've got this big long guy. This little piece just sticks in there. You take your screw, you screw it on there so it secures it in place. This is what holds your fruit or vegetables or whatever you are spiralizing and cutting on, and that just goes in place over here. You line it up and you lock it in place right there. This is our peeler. So this little part slides in underneath of this part. I'm trying to do this with one hand here, and it will just click once you get it in there. So that's clicked in. And this is our slicer. So each piece of the slicer has different little pictures on it, and it tells you which one you want to use. Sometimes it's kind of a guess game. I've went through several different slices trying to figure it out. Because as you can see, they give you quite a few options in the container here, and they all cut it in different ways. But with my apples, I like to use this little one that has the apple on it. So that's how you have it set up. And then I will put a bowl underneath of it, and I will get my helpers back in here to help me do some apples. Okay, so now our next step is we've got our clean apples. We are going to take the apple and we are going to shove it on this little thing so it secures it on there in place. Okay, and then we slide this, the peeler part and the slicer in here close to it. Now our apple is in its place that we need it to be at, and we turn it on. Can you turn it on for me?
Me?
Yep.
Was that the turn on?
Okay, and then we just watch as it goes here. And grab this peel so that way it doesn't go back into your clean food. And it's just slicing away. It saves a lot of time by having to not use your knife and slice each one of your apples up.
Mom, this one.
Hold on. So there you have it. So there's all our peel. Here's our peel. So we don't need to have that. Okay, and then here is our apple slices. You've got all the peel all off of them. Or if you just want apple rings for the kids to be able to have, you've got yourself an apple ring.
Cookie.
Or kids will just eat them. Okay, and once you're done with the apple, we just pull the core out. We pull this thing back to its original place, and we get another apple on, and we start back over.
Yeah.
So here's another apple. Yep. All right, I've got my apples sliced and peeled. So now I've got to cut them all up so I can use them for my oatmeal, different pies if you want to do pies, or snacks, or whatever you're wanting to do. So I've got my cutting board and a clean pan. So now I'm just going to pull out each one of the apples and get them sliced up. Because they're in this nice big stack here – all together, I just take it and just slice straight down. That way you got the whole thing done and it's really quick. I just cut it like a little pie, and that way I get all my little pieces together and just go through, and you get all the pieces all chunked up like that. If you're doing something for recipes, of course, it is a good idea to get out a measuring cup and you measure them, and you can write on the bag then, you know, I've done a cup of apples. And then if you're making a recipe that calls for exactly a cup of apples, or if you're canning it or bagging it, freezing it for a specific reason, you can do that. I do that with my zucchini. I know that it calls for 2 cups of zucchini, so I will bag up specifically 2 cups of zucchini so I am ready for my zucchini bread recipe. That was how I save money for making our apples at our house. It's pretty quick. I mean, all that took me maybe an hour. Of course, having the little kids help me, it gives them something to do. They really enjoy watching that spiralizer work, and they learn something without even realizing it. So I call that a win. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.